Hey everybody, Mike here with Cactus Crawlers RC. Thanks for checking out the channel today, and I am here with my G-Speed LCG hardliner truck. This one I call Sgt Rock. I've been doing a lot of things with this truck, a little bit at a time, and the most recent thing I've added on here was this NSDRC steering servo, which is direct power, and it's really a step above any other servo that I've had on this truck, so I'm pretty happy with that addition. I have another addition for this truck, and that is this transmission from Amazon that I picked up for about 36 bucks, and this is a copy of the two-load transmission from a company called AMK, and this transmission comes in gunmetal steel, and other people that have run this tranny have told me don't get the plastic ones, get the metal case, because they've had some issues with the plastic one. So this transmission also comes with its own skid plate to mount it, and appropriate hardware, gear, the pinion gear, and some screws. Let's take a look at this thing. So it looks like it's got sealed bearings, which is cool. A carbon fiber motor mount plate. Comes with the spur gear. And I'll end up opening up this transmission because it really doesn't feel like there's any grease in there. So before I get that mounted, I'll take this apart and check it out. But right off the top of my hand, I like it. This is a really cool transmission. It looks like I will have to replace the skid plate because this one definitely has a different bolt-up configuration. Let's take a look at this skid plate. Alright, so the good news is it looks like it's going to bolt right up to the G-Speed chassis. And it looks like the links are going to mount back up. They might be just a tad bit closer together. They are a little bit closer together. Probably won't make too much of a difference. So I will have to take the rest of this apart, get rid of this skid. That's a nice skid though. It feels very heavy duty. And of course I got all the pinion gear and all the hardware, necessary hardware to put it together. So another thing that I'm going to have to do is that this transmission gives you a 30% overdrive. Now the Capra axle I have on the front already is equipped with a 20% overdrive gear set, so I really don't want to have 50% overdrive on this truck. Luckily the ring and pinion gear inside of a Capra is the same as the SEX-10-2 AR44 axles, and I already pulled out the ring and pinion out of my SEX-10-2, so I'll be able to replace this set, the overdrive set, with the standard, and then I'll let the transmission give me the 30% overdrive, and I'll put the 20% overdrive back in the SEX-10-2 so that thing can have some overdrive in it as well. So, well, next thing I need to do is just start taking this truck apart. I'll take apart this transmission, I'll get it all greased up, we'll change out the ring and pinion. So I'll get all that done, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I am done with the installation, and it looks pretty good. I did have some clearance issues, so I did have to shim the transmission up and off of the plate because the motor, the Hobby Wing 2-in-1, was hitting the carbon fiber frame over here on this side, and this part of the transmission was hitting part of the chassis down here. So I did have to like shim it up just to give it some clearance, and I think it'll work out okay. I also had to modify my battery tray because I did have to move it forward just a little bit because this transmission did push everything forward just a little bit more. So I did have to modify the battery tray by cutting it in the front so it would clear this shock tower right here. But other than that, everything else was pretty straightforward. It seems to be working pretty good. You could definitely see that 30% overdrive is working all right. I'm not having any clearance issues with the battery up there. It's worked out pretty good. So the next thing I need to do is start working on this new crate body, but that's going to be a topic for another video. Alright, so there we go guys, the $36 Amazon 2-low transmission install on Sgt Rock. Gotta get him out there, check it out, see how the training does. Thanks for checking out this episode of Cactus Crawlers RC. Be sure to come back again next time when I do the new body for Sgt Rock, and we'll see y'all then.